Hey folks, hi, how are you? Today is the 26th of January, and it is 3:48 p.m. Just finished prepping up food for dinner. Went to the gym today, uh, had my good food, had my shake. Didn't take my vitamins, so, you know, and did a big healing yesterday, did a meditation today. Meditate every day. Working on my one things, getting out of my own way, treating myself better. Even did a little stretching and stuff today. Doing good. So I'm going to harp on that for the rest of this month, guys. Really want you to work on your one things. One thing in this year of 2024 that you want to change about yourself in your life that no longer serves you on any level. It's a bad habit. That's an imprint. That's a patterning. That's just unhealthy for your body, and healthy for your environments, and healthy for those that are around you, your children, if you have some. Something that you want to change. Number two, something that you want to do better for yourself with just one thing. Don't make it too hard. One more walk a week, one more 20-minute stretching session a week, one more hour of reading to myself a week, one less hour of screen time a week. Something, just something. Doesn't have to be every single day. Even if you get it done once a week, it's a change. It's a change. It's a change for the positive. And for the thing that you don't like in your life are the things, if you get that far. Remember to, number one, admit to yourself that there's some things about yourself that are toxic. Or may have been done to you, and then you think you blame it on your own self. And so that's toxic, right? And bullying yourself, talking mean to yourself all the time because somebody else did that to you. You don't want to do that anymore, right? So you recognize that in yourself. This is how you stop it, right? The one thing you don't want anymore. Oh, okay, this is my habit I don't want to do anymore. Say I want to drink 2 cups of coffee less per week. I don't drink much coffee. I'm just doing that as an example. I'm down to 1 cup a day myself. So let's say you decided that you're going to have 2 cups a day. So that's 10 cups in a 5-day work week. 14 if you want to count from Sunday to Sunday. So instead of drinking, 16 or more cups of coffee a week. Some people probably drink that much every couple of days, for heaven's sakes. I mean, goodness me. They say that anything over 5 is detrimental to your health. So think about that. And for every cup of coffee that you drink, you should drink 2 cups of water. Coffee is a dehydrator, right? It dehydrates. Takes the water out of your body. It does not put it back in. Only water and herb teas. Stuff like that puts water back into your system that your body could actually use to run itself. And since we're 70% water, it'd be very, very pertinent of us to provide our humans, our bodies, with enough water. Everyone knows I don't do it either. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. We need it to run our bodies. We need it to run our systems, our brains, and flush the toxins from our joints and our bodies, help our kidneys excrete it. I have kidney issues from a motor vehicle accident many, many years ago now. And even as a, ascended master, spiritual healer, I still have a bit of issues with it. I'm working on releasing that out. But hey, for somebody that's not supposed to be alive, as I've mentioned before, I think having a little bit of dysfunctionality in the human is actually pretty darn good. I've done some great work, great magical work, and I did have assistants, my brothers and sisters that study the same type of energetic work that I do. Helped me tremendously with the healings, and any other kind of healing too that I got from my friends. But it was, I did a lot of massage, a lot of chiropractic, different types of massage work, different types of chiropractic work. As I mentioned before, things that work for your form. Acupuncture and fire cupping also works really, really good for me. Herbs and supplements. My body likes that. It doesn't have to digest it all. It's enzyme deficient. I had a heck of a time when I was young with my systems. I still do, just because they've been jostled around so much. But, when I was younger, I just didn't know. I didn't know that wheat was not my friend. Didn't know, about the pesticides, preservatives, the sulfur, which I'm terribly, terribly allergic to. You know, I didn't know about it till I took my own matters in my own hands in my late teens. Started seeing that feeling unwell was related to eating. Nobody bothered to take me for tests or help or anything when I was a child. They just thought I was funny. Yeah, anyway, but you won't go there. What I did want to share with you guys today is, continue on, recognize that there's something you want to change. When you see yourself going there, doing that, okay, I've had 2 cups of coffee. Oh, I just one more today, just one more. Oh, just one more today. Be diligent with yourself. Parent yourself. Take control of yourself. If you need to, have 4 half cups. Make them smaller. Get a smaller mug. Trick yourself into thinking that you've had more. Don't gulp it down. You know, have something else, a coffee alternative. Find something that you like. If you need to have your hot drink, have a herb tea instead. Peppermint tea gives you just as much kick as a caffeinated without any of that in your system. I love peppermint tea. It makes me feel good. Brightens me up. There's lots of things to do. If you have more, say you have 3 cups, well, tomorrow have 2. Like, don't kick yourself over it. Oh, I'm having a hard time controlling myself this week. I'm in a deadline and I'm up later and I'm getting up earlier and I'm just dependent on the coffee. And yeah, you don't want to do that. You especially don't want to do it every single day. And you don't want to do the coffee on the thing in the morning to get up and the wine thing or whatever, beer thing or whatever, pill thing in the night to go to sleep. I use like CBDs, THC, like an oil or gummy, maybe a little THC butter in a hot drink. Something that's natural if you learn how to use it properly. There's lots of things out there that help. Some homeopathic remedies called calms that help to calm your human form. There's spiritual remedies out there by a wonderful guy in England called Dr. Bach that help with sleep. There's Bach's Rescue Remedy, sleep that helps you sleep, stops all the mind chatter in the night. La, 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 la. I know so many people on this planet probably deal with that type of stuff. For myself, when I was hurt with the PTSD, the brain issues, and the body pain, and the twisting of the muscles, I twisted my little body like a corkscrew in that motor vehicle accident. The doctors prescribed THC for me to help me just kind of stay calm, not be so anxious, and for myself, it really worked. You know, I am an advocate of it, and I think if used properly, it really, really helps folks a lot. It was put on this planet. It's by, holy sacred source grown on our holy sacred earth mother. There's things here for us to be used respectfully, of course. Other things, no. They'll kill you. I often think about who was the first person who tasted it or tried it, or, who was the brave soul who didn't know if they were going to live or die if they ate this and would it taste good? What could it be used for? It's always mind ponders these things. Interesting to me. So yeah, recognize I drank 3 today, well, drink 2 tomorrow. Maybe this week I'll struggle a little bit, but guess what? You know, I realize that I do it. I'm acknowledging myself to myself that I do it. That's a huge step right there. This week I was under it, under the gun. I drank 4 or 5 extra cups of coffee than I wanted to. Guess what? Maybe the couple weeks after it's all done, it's over, there's a lot less stress. You can concentrate more on what you're doing, and you get to the 2 cups of coffee a day. Or even one day you have less, you have 1 cup of coffee that day and a cup of herb tea or a cup of nice strong black English tea or Irish English tea or Earl Grey, double bergamot or whatever rocks your boat in the afternoon, because tea actually has more caffeine than coffee. It's just delivered differently, so it stimulates us in a different way. Hot chocolate has way more caffeine than coffee. A nice good organic hot chocolate. Especially if you put sugar and cream in your coffee. Have a hot chocolate instead. Probably better for you. Just don't get that carnation sugar effing crap. Ola. Nesquik or whatever the heck it's called. Give me a break, will ya? Gee whiz. Garbage. It's the one thing. Please do not put any more garbage in your beautiful bodies, guys. Try the best as you can. If I had the proper facilities here, I'd show you a quick and easy way just to make things that you get at the stores a little more healthier for you, for yourself and those around you. Heck, I know I chefed for many, many years. I chefed for decades. I'm at the place in my life now where I'm not enchanted with it anymore, which is unfortunate. I do enjoy it at times. I'd love to share my knowledge about it. That would be awesome. If I had a proper facility, I might get up and show you baking and all different kinds of cool things and how to make, like I said, just regular everyday things a little more yummy, a little more nutritious, a little more homemade feel. If you don't have time to make it all from scratch. In my career, I made it all from scratch. Everything was made from scratch. I worked in a place, in an environment, out of choice, that had no running water, no electricity, no stoves. It was all on a wood stove. And a teeny tiny little stove about this big that came out of a camper, propane, in one of my little camps, but always I cooked on a wood stove. Yeah, for many years, guys. The dying art, my grandmother taught me when I was a child. That would have been in the 70s, early 70s. And I used it in my life. It was awesome. And I still have it, like I said. Give me the proper supplies and drop me 200 kilometers back in the woods. I'll be fine. I know how to take care of myself. Do you? Does your people around you? Do your children? So when all this technology fails, then what? We need people that know how to, as I mentioned, build things, rebuild things on many, many levels. And all your soft fingers from never doing a thing in your life for yourself is not going to help you on any level. Learn how to do things for yourself and take care of yourself. Knowledge is power. Teach your children well. Meditation, right? Chakras, what are they? How do they work? How do they run? Foods affect them. Colors affect them. Energies, moods affect them. They affect your mood. Like, they run you if you don't know about them. They run your life every day. May as well learn about them, folks. Energetics and energetic manners. Very, very important, right? Need to learn all this mindfulness, how to be good to yourself and radiate that out to those that are around you. And don't expect yourself to be perfect on any level. Stop that and stop being mean to yourself. Just do the best you can each and every day. So guess what? You didn't drink 14 cups of coffee that week. You drank 20. So what? You'll drink 14 the next week, or maybe you'll even drink 12. Just know that you did it. Acknowledge to yourself that you did it. That's the first step to changing it. And then just work on, oh, okay, no, I'm just reaching for that just because. I don't really need a coffee. Maybe I'll have a drink of water instead, or even a drink of hot water and lemon. Very satisfying, strangely satisfying, and very good for your human. Stuff like that. Just change one thing, one darn thing. That's all you gotta do, my darlings, right? For your own selves. And that's how you do it. Just acknowledge it, see it. Keep reminding yourself over and over and over again. Okay. It takes work. It really, really does. And then pretty soon you won't have to remind yourself as much. You'll automatically start less, and your body will want less, and you'll feel yucky if you drink too much coffee. Your human will be grateful. You'll feel better. You'll sleep better. It won't be such a cranky pants. You know, watch the drinking at night or whatever you do at night to calm down. Find that center spot way, way better for you, right? A calm place that you're going to need for the future. Probably should have it right now. I know I do. As I mentioned, I like to paint. I took a lot of art therapy. So I just paint for self-expression. Some of it's really super cool. And a lot of it's experimental. Some of it doesn't turn out, but that's all right. I'm having fun. And it calms me down. I like to watch really good shows about space, especially if it's really pretty, or nature shows of places that I know that I'll never go. Like I mentioned, down in the Marianas Trench and way up in the mountains, in the forests, and just wild places that I know that I won't personally go on this earth. Who knows? Maybe I will. Yeah, you never know what's down the pipes for you. That's up to, what's you've been signed on your contract as to where you're going to go, or what opportunities and doors you open and take a step through. But for myself, I'm really grateful. I go to watch those things, and they're so beautiful. Some of the places on this earth, Mother, so amazing. The animals and the creatures and the birds and the underwater, and just, and the little wee things that live way down in the bottom of the ocean that would kill you so goddamn fast. It'd be just a little, and so it'll be left to you. There they are, swimming around. Like, amazing. Aliens for sure, huh? So I do stuff like that. That also helps me. But I make sure that I have things that I can do when there is no technology, because heaven knows there may be zero in the future. And that's what I'm harping on. Really need to bring back some of the old ways in order to move into the future, my dears. But yeah, so I like to paint, I like to read, I like to walk, I like to watch birds, keep track of them, sit outside and listen. That brings peace to my soul. I like to be around water and write as well. Some cookbooks that I'm working on, ideas that I'm thinking about that I'd like to do for the future. I want to share my knowledge. I'm going to harp on this, getting you onto the right track here, hopefully, whomever's listening out there, with our ones, just for January. Full moon's past. We're moving into bringing new habits into our life now. We've written up that which we don't want. We've burned it. We're starting to recognize it. Going to sidestep it and eventually eliminate it to be replaced by something that we do want. And now we've recognized that. We've written that down. Full moon, or today, tomorrow, whenever, you can burn that up too and give that to source and say, this is what I want to bring into my life, this and any other things. But, make sure you got the one thing on there that you want to better yourself with. Send that off out to source as well, and work on now getting a little notebook. Doesn't matter, 99-cent notebook. one from the thrift shop, 25 cents, whatever, doesn't matter. Write each day. 2 coffees, check. Yay! Look what I did for myself. Not talking mean to myself in my head? Check. Yay! Did it. Next day. But also each day, if you have time or you want to, record the other good things that you've done for yourself. Just really give yourself lots of pats on the backs. That's how you help yourself become better. So we're going to harp on this for a few more days. So I kind of think that maybe we can get it in there. So, it's the night after a full moon. Full moon energy lasts for a good 3 days before and 3 days after. You can clean your crystals, you can do your prayers, and have a nice ceremonial bath with some flower petals in it or Epsom salts. Relax your body. Treat yourself on a full moon. It's always fun to do. It's the end. It's the conclusion. It's getting ready for the new moon to start again. So you're going to start again. So the new moon, I believe, starts up on the what? So it's going to be going down now, and the new moon will be starting. New moon, you want to try and make sure that you're working on both of them when this new moon starts. Full moon just passed. It gives you time to start really thinking, okay, my ones. Because you want to have them in your head by the full moon. Because full moon's about completion. Make sure you're getting ready to up and run with them and work on it by the new moon. Start now, but really have it in your mind and your intention that on the new moon, the new habits are recognized, they're in place, I'm working on them. I got my notebook, and each day, just give yourself 2 or 3 minutes. Check, check. Be mindful of yourself. Take care of yourself. Okay, well, I like to pull the cards and see what my higher self has to say, because usually when you pull cards, that's what's going on, is your higher self, if you allow it, well, it's coming in to give you some really good advice, right? And so yesterday I pulled a card last evening, and then this morning I pulled a card. But yesterday, after I did a healing, a nice big healing with a colleague, I pulled a card for myself to tell myself, just to see what Holy Source has to say. Ooh, that's not good, is it? Sorry, guys, that's kind of harsh. Let's try this one. Is that better? There we go. So last night, after I did a nice healing with a colleague who lives over on Vancouver Island, because the work I do has nothing to do with where you're at. I can be here and you can be on the moon, and I can still work with you. It's all about working with the physics. It's all about physics, my friends, okay? Quantum theory physics, working with the matrix. I was born with the ability to reach through the matrix with these angels right here. Tweak it, like tuning the radios. When I do that, that affects the spiritual you, which affects mental, emotional, and physical you. It's an absolutely awesome thing to be able to do, and I'm so, so pleased that I recognize that in myself in this lifetime, that I have that ability to do that, So yeah, did a healing with a colleague who doesn't live in this part of over here and the card I pulled afterwards was called the Sun Dancers. Beautiful. Number 32, which is 3 plus 2 if you do numerology, is 5. 5 is all about change, and that's what I'm working on in my life here, and that's what I'm talking with you guys about, right? Where is it? Right here. The Sun Dancers. Here we go. Number 32, 3, 2. So it's about joyful activity, celebration of life and abundance. As your ally, the sun dancer celebrates your now and reminds you of the laws of success and praise. Anything you place your attention on will manifest and experience that the laws are always perfect. Expect the best and praise it in advance. This unleashes the magic of mystical magnetic energy, drawing circumstances to you to create the reality you envision. Give thanks in advance for the grace and the goodwill of the divine. Be willing to dance on the victory dance as if your greatest dreams are realized, and watch how easily things begin to fall into place. Stay positive and leave the timing up to the divine. All things are possible now. Dance the joy of being and celebrate your life in abundance today. The challenging aspect of the sun dancer is to beware of losing yourself in your dreams of the future when the sun dancers come to challenge you. Their message is sweet and simple. Stop what you're doing and go and have some fun. They want you to have fun. Celebrate what is and don't worry about what will be or what could be. Be here and now and just be, just for today. That's great advice, right? That's what I said before. Don't worry. Celebrate what what is. And don't worry about what will be or what could be. Be here and now. Just be. That's all we have to do on this planet, really. Just for today. Just for today. And then tomorrow, just for tomorrow, because tomorrow will be today. Okay? You will find your answers, but only after you've made time to play. We've forgotten about play. Tomorrow, after all, is another day, and the sun will rise again to shed its warmth and light on all that needs clarity. You can count on it. Isn't that great? I really like that. And then this morning I got a beautiful one called The Word Lord. Now, words are my friends. I enjoy words. Always have ever since I was young. Like to read the dictionary and things like that as a young person. I read dictionaries and encyclopedias and medical books for fun when I was a kid. This one I got this morning. The Word Lord. A wise man and his books. Communication, praise, and dishonesty. Number 43, which goes down to a 7. 7 is a great number. Well, the Word Lord. Communication, praise, and dishonesty. As an ally, the Word Lord rules communication of all kinds and lets you know that positive interactions can be expected when he arrives as your ally. He only speaks with positive words and praises all he sees. He reminds you of the laws of abundance and praise. When you bless the world, it blesses you back. When you say affirming, supportive words, they carry an energy. No, this is the truth, and this is what I've been harping on about talking better to yourself and being a better person, right? When you say affirming, supportive words, they carry an energy that returns to you. This is the universal law. What you put out returns to you. Okay? Returns to your physical form. Remember that each one has power and will resonate in the universe, seeking its reflection in manifest form. Your body responds to praise, as does everything in the world around you. Praise it for its inherent health and beauty. Applaud yourself for everything you do. Isn't that what I've just been talking about with you folks for the last bit here? I like it when I get affirmation from Source. It lets me know that I'm on the right track and doing the right thing, even if I segue a little bit. My intentions are pure, folks. Applaud yourself for everything you do. Even the tiniest accomplishments are important. Praise your bills. Give thanks for the services you enjoy and watch the ability to pay them increase as you align with Spirit's increasing power. This is also a time to remember the powerful practice of affirmation. Write them down and speak them aloud as a spiritual exercise. Say, it is so and it will be. This is also what I've been speaking of. What you think about, you bring about. What you talk about, you bring about. Who you hang out with and what you put in on and around your body affects your life. Okay? It is a very auspicious sign when the word Lord chooses to be your ally. Your ally. Ally. Could be ally. You're walking down the trail. So when the word Lord is a challenger, when the word Lord appears as your challenger, he gently warns of untruths, denial, and unsupportive thoughts and words in any area of your life. If you've been dishonest in any way, it's time to make amends. Change your tune, otherwise your impact on the world will not be as effective as you would like. Even if you were to be successful as an immediate result, there would be a price to pay later. Okay, I've been harping on that for a while now too. You will have to speak for that which you have done in this lifetime. You definitely will. Don't forget that, okay? That's a universal truth. If others are being unsupportive towards you, know that it's them and not you. Okay, don't take this world personally. That is very, very important in this lifetime, my darlings. Do not take this world seriously, really. I mean, oh my gosh, look at it. How can you? If I didn't laugh, I'd cry. It's pitiful, really. Don't take the world personally. Remember that you don't have to engage others when they project their own fears and negativity onto you. Stop watching that goddamn dribble and drabble on this TV. Fucking brain drain box. Come on now, guys, make proper choices. You can watch things, but watch things that are a little more informative or, you know, some real kind of comedy, not that goddamn dribble drabble shit they got out there now. Gee whiz. Right? You don't have to engage others when they project their own fears and negativity onto you. That's all they're doing. They're having a bad day, they're going to crap their crap on you. Don't take it personally. If it's not you, it's going to be the next person they come in contact with. Right? Another message here is about how you speak about yourself. This is another thing I've been harping on. Take a picture of yourself if you have one. Find one from when you're a little kid, 5 to 10. Put it on your fridge or someplace, the magnet. Right? And just look at that. When you start talking mean to yourself, bullying others or bullying yourself, what are you doing? You're taking over the job of somebody that did that to you when you were a child. It's carrying on, so stop it. Do you say depreciation? Do you say self-deprecating words? Do you minimize yourself so as not to intimidate others? I used to. I've always been fairly intimidating. I think I'm a little gentler now than I used to be. Do you refer to yourself as less than beautiful? We all do that, and we need to stop that. Every single person is as beautiful as they can be. Holy Sacred Source saw it fit to make one of you. One of you, there's only one of you. You're a unique individual. I don't care if you're a triplet or quadruplet, whatever you are, you're still only one of you. Time to change those unconscious statements now. It's not difficult to change things as we are always given a choice to make a new decision. As long as you remain positive and supportive, the rest will quickly melt away until, as you perceive it, is the highest good for all. All you need is a desire to change and be positive, and the word Lord will help you win the game of life. And that's the number one thing I've been talking about as well, guys. Like, once you decide, once you acknowledge to yourself that there is things that you want to change, that you can make that choice to do those things for yourself in a good way. So that's all I'm going to chat with you about today. I got a meeting coming up here at 5 p.m. my time, and want to go down and get some things done. So it's 4:22 p.m. Remember, love you. Hmm? See you. Love yourself. Like yourself first. Tell yourself you love you. Tell you mean it. It's another little chore for 2024, guys. You can do it. I have faith. Love you. Love me. Cheers.